Ooh, 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 ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, fellow League of Legends lovers, welcome back. It is currently 2 a.m., December 2nd. I have gooned, I think, 6 times because I survived No Nut November, and I have work and I've barely slept. So I thought, what better time than to react to the new Season 1 2026 theme, gameplay, and more dev update video for League of Legends. So there is a lot to talk about here. There's a lot to potentially say. The biggest thing is that I would say I haven't played too much Rift. I've been absolutely obsessed with number one other games, but number two, ARAM Mayhem. I absolutely love that shit. I love when there's some sort of roguelike element. There's randomness. And ARAM was already a little bit random, but this cranked it up to like a good, I would say 7. I don't want to say a 10 or an 11, as Karthus would say, but definitely a good 7. 6, 7. But yeah, this is where, because I'm so tired and so busy and maybe just so old, even though I'd really just blame it on the lack of sleep, I really don't play Rift anymore, at least very competitively either. I'm still relatively okay at the game, but I'm definitely not at my apex. I'm definitely, as Trevor Belmont would say, out of practice. But that doesn't mean I still keep up with the game, and here we are. So there's a lot to see, especially with this new season. And it's sad because I think League, just overall, and I always say this, they've been cracking down so hard on just the game in general with like toxicity, with dodges, with banning people. I mean, look at the whole bot purge they did. That was amazing. Like other games need to learn from them. But this is where League has been probably in the best state it's been, I guess, just community wise. League used to be known for being so toxic, and it still is not the nicest place in the neighborhood, but it is night and day to what it was. But we're here to really react to the dev video and see what's new. Obviously, we're going to get a whole new year of a new theme. We kind of spent the last year just doing Noxus, and I feel like we really scratched the surface of what League could do with the lore. Obviously, we followed Xin Zhao, and it's Xin Zhao. No offense to the Xin mains, but it's like this is one of the people. It's like people didn't really care or really, I think, give a fuck about aside from in the game, because in game he was a great jungler. But lore wise, they took a guy who's basically like whatever, and they made his story really good. And again, going forward, obviously potential spoilers, going forward, if they're willing to kill off actual characters, that's crazy. Now, we're still not fully done with the whole Darken thing with Zaheen and everything, or Zahen, however you say him. But it's always gonna come in at some point or another because obviously her skin is in the battle pass. But in general, I mean, aside from just the loot stuff being controversial, especially with the gotcha skins being low quality sometimes, and then just gotcha being in the game in general, and then regular legendaries kind of suffering for it, in a lot of other ways, like I said, the community, even just the game and how spicy they're making it, the Summoner's Rift winter map, how much they're listening relatively. League has had its fair share of bads, but it's also very good in a lot of other ways. But moving forward, I really don't know what to expect. I was kind of spoiled, literally, by this video right down here to the right with Vanderbilt just kind of like shoving it in my face and like violating it. But I tried to not look as much as I could. But we're gonna see what's here. So expect a lot of stopping. Expect being locked in for the long haul. I have food here. It's again like 2 a.m. So hopefully we can do this quickly, but we'll see. But in general, I think League's been doing pretty good. I think Zaheen is cool. He's not like broken OP. I don't think he's necessarily weak either. But again, I haven't really seen stuff, and I don't really play Rift. And the biggest thing that sucks too is I play TFT and I like it, although I get bored of it eventually until the new set comes out. Because I buy the passes now for TFT as well, and I do want that Arcane Jinx skin, even though I don't know how I'm going to justify because I barely play Rift anymore. But I keep getting Jinx in ARAM Mayhem somehow. This is where I have to maybe drop a big deuce of money on League, and I really don't want to because I'm playing the game more and more casually. But I guess this is how they get you, man. They get the casual players. But either way, let's take a look at what this is. Let's take a look at what they're going to describe and see what kind of crazy, wacky, kooky shit League is going to come out with soon. Let's take a look.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul,
Hey.
aka Pabro.
Hey,
I'm
Pablo.
Andre, also known as Medler.
Hey, Medler.
Today is October 30th, which is a bit earlier than usual.
Yeah, that's very
because we're
early.
flying
Holy
to World
shit.
soon, and we wanted to
It's
film
over a
this
month
before
ago.
we left.
This is our last dev update of the year, and before we
Whoa!
get into some
It did
of the
this shit
things you'll
early.
see in season
One of them could be dead by
2026,
now.
we wanted to thank you all for being on the journey with us this year.
I do
As
like,
always-
I will say this, and I kind of already said it, but I do like the direction they are going with League generally. Again, we have like the little like splotches here and there of like the loot being kind of shitty now and everything, which is the lifeblood of the game. But in general, with the way toxicity is going down, bots are going down, they are improving great things about the game. That's really hard to improve, by the way, but Riot is leading the charge here. Also, what is on the wall back there? What skins are those? What the hell?
Want to show some love for your passion, for
Oh.
keeping us honest, and for making working on this game so worth it. Now,
Yay!
in
They probably
January,
get paid
we'll
so
be
much
back
money.
to talk more about Season 1, as well as a little bit of what to expect for the rest of 2026.
Oh yeah, their new
overall.
naming
But
conventions.
for now, let's get into it.
I'm gonna
We
figure out if
learned
I
a lot
want to
this
keep
year
doing
about
patch
season.
notes, man.
Many of you liked what came with the themes.
But I've said
Map
that for
art
months
updates,
too.
Metagames, new champions, and champ updates overall, for example.
Oh, yeah, and I'll give them that too. It used to only be, now granted, this used to be greater back in the day, right? We used to have Summoner's Rift, ARAM, Twisted Tree Line, and then Crystal Scar. And only really old people will know what I'm talking about there. Then it really just got cut down to just ARAM, Summoner's Rift, but now we usually have an abundance of options. We have Arena, which is out for a fucking while. ARAM Mayhem, which has been out for a decent amount of time. Not as much as Arena, thankfully. But, or maybe unthankfully, because I really want that game mode to be permanent. I love ARAM Mayhem. But we have ARAM Mayhem, we had Arena, well, we have Arena. We had Doombots, we had Earth. I think Earth is still going on now. We have, what is it called? Blitz, or whatever the fuck? I don't think it's Blitz. Blitz was on the Ionian map. Basically the one in, like, the Bandle City map, which is, like, really, really quick, like, what, 10 minutes or something? We have an abundance of options now. It's not just Rift, which is great.
But we also saw that if we leaned too hard into a region, it could feel very one note, especially when it comes to skins. And as it turns
Ionia.
out, there is too much of a thing like Noxus.
A lot of red
Oh,
line.
Noxus, really?
So, we'll continue to find the right balance for thematic seasons moving forwards.
This is where, even with the Noxus stuff, I feel like they fixed it a lot more earlier or later on. Early on, the passes were terrible, and they're still bad compared to what I think we got before. But they did improve them with generally better skins than the passes. Generally, the Arcana set was pretty good.
And speaking of which, it's time to talk about Season 1 of 2026.
Okay.
For this, we wanted a contrast from 2025, with its ancient danger, a dark end, and quite a bit of scheming throughout.
Which is weird because that story's still not done. So unless they wrap it up in the next like less than 1 month, I don't know what they're doing.
So next year, we want to kick things off with themes of unity, hope,
Demacia?
with a drop of righteous judgment thrown in there. For good.
Demacia? Oh my god, literally the opposite of Noxus.
So that means Petricite, gold, and blue accents on the map, as well
Oh
as some
great, we're gonna have Gillia's
Demacia-themed
cock.
skins.
Oh, that fucking thing was in the background. That Tali skin was in the back. I saw that on the wall.
Gold and blue accents on the map, as well as some Demacia-themed skins, including some champions reimagined
Okay, that actually looks
as
crazy.
Demacia.
You know what's sad though? Cho'Gath needs a fucking VU or an ASU. He really needs an ASU. I mean, this skin looks weird. It looks decent. I really like the creativity of it, but I feel like him getting skins is only going to make it harder for them to give him an ASU. He really needs an ASU.
With plenty of non-Demacia
Is that
skins
Morgana?
for some
Oh my
variety.
god.
That also means that the yearly cinematic in January will feature Demacian champions. We're going back to
Whoa.
old school Demacia this time, back in time to what some
Jarvan needs an ASU as well. All three of these people here need ASUs. Garen's model is so fucking old. Jarvan's model is horrendously hideous, and Lux's model is like kind of bad too. Galio's fine.
might consider the golden age of Demacia, when it was a beacon of hope and a bastion of justice.
Justice.
Are we forgetting something?
I don't think so.
You sure?
Stop this.
Nah, yeah, let's keep going. I don't want this to drag on.
Oh, Shyvana?
Anyway, we have a range of
Oh my
subjects-
god, wait, they're giving Shyvana the ASU. Or maybe the VGU. Maybe they're updating her gameplay too. This is where I'm so sad too, because when they did the poll, it was between like Kog'Maw, Shyvana, and some other fucks, and Skarner won it. And they're like, oh yeah, even though Skarner won it, we might do other people. And by that they meant they're doing Shyvana. But not Kog'Maw, man, what the fuck?
changes that the team will talk about in a moment. And
The Summoner's Rift map is beautiful. I hope they give that to us as a skin. If they gave that to us as a skin, I would honestly buy it.
this year, we'll also talk about some updates to Swift Play. With that, we're going to hand it over to Riot and Step and Freak, who
Freak
will
is
walk
still
you through
here?
some of
Jesus.
the Summer's Rift changes coming in
I feel like he
January.
doesn't do the champion trailers
Hey
anymore.
everyone, I'm Riot and Step.
And I'm Freak.
Freak
And
was
we're
there
here to talk
since the
to you about
fucking
Summoners Rift
beginning.
gameplay changes coming in January.
Over the last few years, League has been largely
So this is
about
big
team
stuff
fighting
here.
over neutral objectives, fighting around grubs, dragons, or that vision ward you just placed around grubs or dragons.
Or just beating the fuck out of your lane.
And while we know 5v5s
But it has been more of a macro game. I've said this for like a while now. Macro wins games now.
make for some of the highest highs, we want to swing back towards a state where more strategies like splitting or sieging are more viable.
Really?
So we're making some changes to major neutral objectives.
You know what's ironic about that? They say they want more splitting and sieging. I feel like Grubs are so strong, and Herald. Herald and Grubs and Otacon. Like, these are all things that can help you do that. Granted, they can help you teamfight too.
Powers and minions in order to do just that.
Additionally, we're making adjustments to roles so everyone has an appropriate impact on the outcome of each game, because
Now, one thing I'll say, I hope they buff up, maybe not support, I don't know. I hope they buff AD, as always. But one thing I'll say is, over time, and I've mentioned this so many times, League has held your hand for a lot more things. Excuse me. So I wonder if they're going to keep going, that direction.
right now, some lanes are much better at turning a winning lane into a winning game.
We also have some
Not ADC.
delightful improvements, so let's get started.
The first thing
Okay.
you'll notice in January is that the game starts faster. We
Really? So minion spawns are going to be faster?
reduce downtime after you load in, so minions and basic jungle camps first spawn 35 seconds earlier than they do today.
That's crazy. I wonder how that's going to affect invades. Because invades sometimes are drawn out and long because you can plan your path, you can go around. If things spawn this early, it might actually be good because then you could really jump someone while their pants are down.
You'll still be able to pull off early invades, but you'll have to be much more decisive when you load in.
We're
Interesting.
also making some changes to Vision. It's an incredibly powerful
Oh.
tool in League, but right now it feels monopolized by supports and sometimes by jungle.
Oh my god. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, please. Okay. Wait, this might actually be huge. So, this is where other games, and I was actually on this game before, I think, League, but I don't remember because I played League really early on in my childhood. When I went overseas to Greece and I played with my cousin. That was when Darius just came out too, I think. But, one thing that the other popular MOBA that is called Smite, the Battleground of the Gods, which I was top 57 in the world in, or maybe not in the world, maybe NA, but I was extremely good at the game. I was beating pros and beating streamers anyway, and all that. But anyway, enough glazing my own cock. That game has something that I think is so genius, and I don't understand why League doesn't do it. One of League's major issues, major fucking issues, is that over time, once you get your full build, you can't ward anymore. You cannot buy pinks. Smite has a dedicated ward slot. Please, Riot, make a dedicated ward slot, please.
We want to make effectively warding the map easier to learn for everyone.
Because then you could say that's a trinket, right? Like, oh, that's what your trinket's for. But the trinket doesn't always have to be a ward. And then you could say, oh, well, it's a give and take. It's the thing you have to sacrifice for. And I would say you're probably right. But just give me a fucking dedicated pink slot at least.
opportunities.
Because a pink can be seen and easily taken out. You don't need any other trinket to take out a pink. You need trinkets to detect wards and put down wards. You don't need a trinket for a pink. Just let us have a dedicated pink ward slot.
And power towards drops by pushing champions, especially mid and top laners who are side laning later in the game.
So, we're adding Phalites, locations
What?
that grant temporary bonus vision to wards with unique bonus vision areas for each spot. Some
What
Phalite
the?
rings will be available at the beginning of each game, while others reveal themselves when the Elemental Rift transforms,
what the
particularly
fuck does
those
this
that
do?
would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
Okay, so on to the objectives. Otacon was one of the biggest additions to the Rift this year.
They're deleting
It was a
Otacon.
pretty cool, unique objective to fight over. That said, he contributed to objective fatigue, which many of you cited as an issue, and we agree.
This is where I do kind of see that. Because you had to memorize, okay, Dragon's up. Okay, Herald's coming up. Alright, I gotta do Herald. Oh wait, but before Herald, Grubs spawn. So I have to do Grubs in time. But then I have to contest Crabs because those are in the middle. Then I gotta farm my camps. Then I gotta gank. There's a lot of shit to do.
we wanted to alleviate this
Jungler.
over time. We had removed the second form of Otacon, we removed the second set of grubs, but it really wasn't enough. So, just like Zehen did, we are cutting Otacon out of the game.
Are they not going to replace him?
With them.
What? I mean, that was really Noxus themed. I'm actually okay with this, but yeah, Otacon was so strong. I think there was a metric that came out that if you get Otacon, I think you're like, I might be pulling this out my ass, but I think you're like 20% more likely to win the game or some shit like that. Or maybe it was like 7% or something, but it was like the highest percentage. It wasn't if you get Baron, it wasn't if you get Dragon. The only thing higher than Otacon, I think, was getting Elder,
That's
obviously.
Let us know what you think about limited time gameplay changes and if
I'm okay with that.
there's something you'd like to see more of.
But back to Otacon, his removal also means that Baron will go back to his old 20-minute spawn time. Welcome back,
Nice.
Additionally,
Oh my god, they put a crowd on
we're
him.
making all epic monsters more durable, especially
Good.
late game dragons. As you
These
get
things
closer
felt
to
like
dragons.
shit.
That should make
I
it
used
so
to
that
be
it's
scared
easier
of
for teams
dragons,
on the
man.
back foot to contest dragons and other epic monsters, or trade something meaningful on the other side of the map.
Cool.
Finally, we're
And this is
also
always a back
removing
and forth
feats of
they
strength
do.
from the game. We
What? Dude, the feats of strength I actually kind of liked. Oh my god, Freak looks so fat and old here. But, not saying I'm any better. But, this is really surprising because I think earlier on, when it was just First Blood, it came with a lot of frustration. But after they changed it to whoever got 3 kills first, I felt like it was a great incentive for your team to do good. Because then it made the jungler get camps, finally. It made them not just, like, you know, gank nonstop and not do objectives. I think it was a good incentive. I'm kind of sad to see it gone, because again, okay, I gotta get first turn, I gotta push first turn, I gotta get objectives, I gotta play the game correctly. And it gives me a reward.
like that they pushed teams to progress the game and provided goals to rally around, but we think we can
Really like
create
that.
better gameplay systems that allow for players to have more individual agency over their games.
Sometimes this would be decided by the team, and you could do nothing about it. Like, if your team inted 3 kills from an invade, you're basically fucked.
With feats getting the boot, we're adding back some gold rewards for First Blood and First Turret.
So what I'm noticing is they're removing Otacon, they're removing Feats of War, a lot of the Noxus theme stuff, sure, but the game feels a lot more boring now.
Another way we're looking to improve sieging is with a new mechanic called Crystalline Overgrowth, which is kind of like a universal demolish effect.
Oh,
Crystals will build up on
that looks so ugly.
towers over several minutes, and when hit, they're consumed to deal an extra burst of damage based on how much build
I hope that's not the final look, that is disgusting.
has accumulated. This should help enable pushing windows in more situations, even if you're behind or don't have the highest DPS. Demolish will
Okay.
be sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
We love
Oh?
passives.
Yes,
Bro, I love 3-hit passives too, I'm not gonna lie.
we do.
Turret plates will now stay on outer turrets permanently
What?
and will be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as well.
Nani?
We're doing this to create long-term piecemeal rewards for pushing. No matter what state the turret's in, you're likely to mine some gold by taking aggressive action.
So does that still come with the normal resistances that they usually have?
We're not adding more gold to the map with these changes.
Okay, there's my question being answered.
Instead, we're going to be basically spreading out the current gold for killing a tower and splitting it across the plates.
To further facilitate
Okay.
pushing, we're ramping
So killing the tower is going to reward you with a lot less than just whittling it down.
up
It was a lot back-ended before, now it's spread out.
minion respawn rates in the late game to give
Oh shit.
more frequent access to sieging turrets.
That's a technical buff to Baron, by the way.
We're also adjusting late game home guards to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
And
What?
finally, next turrets will respawn with partial health missing. We like that the
Oh?
respawn allows a team to hold their base for a while and not have to worry about getting backdoored by a Twitch, but with a full health respawn, it meant that it was honestly incorrect for a sieging team to finish killing the turret sometimes.
That's actually a great point. I never really thought about that.
Now, for our biggest change for next year, role quests.
What?
When you look
Okay, wait. Is this gonna be like support, or is this gonna be like the whole, like, you know, character quest shits, but like kind of like that, where, you know, if you were Zed and Shen's in the game, you have like a little quest and shit. They iterated on it a little bit, but they kind of just stopped. I think they had one for like Renekton and Nasus, and then they added a couple more in than just like the old Caitlyn and Vi and Jinx thing.
load into the game in January, top, bot, and mid lane will now have their own quests that reward unique power.
So does,
similar
like,
to the
support.
jungle pet evolutions and the support item upgrades.
You'll
Oh.
progress these new quests by killing minions, champions, plates.
So if you're an ADC main and you can't CS, you suck dick now.
Hours, or epic objectives. All the things you'd normally be doing in a game.
You should be doing.
You'll progress even faster by doing those in your assigned lane.
Oh, so you know what? This is a low-key way for them to enforce laning. So this is kind of directed at pro play.
Your quest is decided by which role you've been assigned in the lobby.
Ooh.
So if you and a friend or a stranger want to change roles,
This is where, again, right, they're sort of babying you and holding your hand. They're saying, yeah, do this, do the way we want. More and more as time goes on, they take away agency. They take away creativity. And it's been like a death by a thousand cuts sort of thing. Like one.
make sure you do an official trade in Champ Select.
One of our goals with these role quests is to buff top and bot carry
Thank you.
relative
Thank you.
to the other roles, as they're currently the two weakest.
Oh my god, Riot even confirmed it. Thank you.
And as a result, the quest rewards are going to be comparatively stronger for them.
Yes!
Now, let's get to the rewards,
Yes!
which will be granted in.
I'll tell you the main fucking issue. The main fucking issue is that support, and I don't know how you fix this. Support, the culture of supporting in League has shifted from being tanks or enchanters or engagers or whatever the fuck else there is, right? It's switched to mages and people who are greedy, excuse me, and are not actually supporting, they're just playing kill. And it's terrible. An ADC needs a support, man. They need tanks and enchanters and what the fuck else were they called? I guess pokers and healers, but there's not too many healers really.
A new role
Actual healers.
quest slot.
Historically, top laners haven't always felt like they have the agency over the games that they deserved,
It's the farming island, yeah.
even if they won their lane. And
That's ironic because there's some top laners out there that like win the fucking game. Fiora, Irelia, the patch and the meta, of course, but like there's a lot of top laners who just steamroll the entire game.
something we would like to change this season. Upon quest completion, top laners will receive pretty much Summoner Teleport for free
Oh?
on top of the 2 summoners they already chose.
Huh?
Now, if you had taken Teleport in pregame, instead that spell gets a lot stronger, giving a very, very large shield when you use it.
Oh? Ew.
In addition to getting a functionally free summoner spell, top
So I feel like it's, unless they like overbuff the shit out of it, it's always better to take something else aside from TP. Like now you're gonna take Barrier, Ghost, Heal maybe, Ignite of course.
will also get a bunch of bonus XP up front, more XP from future sources, and an increased level.
That Mundo does not know how to play. Wait a minute. I was gonna say, why is he level 19? They just revealed it, an increased level cap.
Now, to
Huh.
mid-lane. A huge variety of champions can be played there, so we wanted this reward to be good whether you're mage, assassin, or both like Malphite mid.
Yeah.
And upon completing the quest, mid laners will receive a free tier 3 boot upgrade like the ones you could buy with feats, as well as a faster recall.
Oh!
Rounding it out for new
Okay.
quests in bot lane, we're going to lean even harder into
Wait, so what do junglers get? Nothing?
the carry part of the role. So
Please, please, yes, please, please, give us damage, give us damage, give us something.
while top laners getting bonus XP, bot laners are getting a whole bunch of extra gold. With
So we
completing their
scale.
quest, they get a lump sum of gold, increased gold from minion kills, champ kills, and champion assists for the rest of the
Oh.
game. And you might be asking, well then what do I do with all this gold if I hit item cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up.
What?
Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently, allowing you to get 6 full legendary items for
What? What? Are you shitting me? Holy shit.
extra hard late game scaling.
What?
Jungle and support already have quests
Yeah, fuck them.
and rewards, but we still
And they're fucking mages
wanted to
in bot lane.
take this opportunity to make some changes to them. Jungle is by far the strongest role in the game right now,
Yep.
especially when it comes to early map influence. So
Mm.
we're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears to give lane matchups a little bit more time to play out uninterrupted.
And this is where everything spawns earlier too, so I think that's fine.
We're also making it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more damage.
Honestly, great.
Their role quest is still getting pet upgrades and PvP smite like before, and they're now getting increased golden XP from large monsters when the quest is done, as well as
Okay.
bonus movement speed in the jungle.
So overall, is the game getting longer or shorter? Because every like major patch, they either, and you know, there's only 3 options, right? Longer, shorter, or stays about the same. I wonder like what's happening because they're saying they want like more opportunities to siege and, you know, turrets to die quicker. It feels like they're pushing towards the game getting quicker, and this honestly could be because everyone's just addicted to short form content. We don't like long games. A lot of the stuff they've been adding is short, but that's why I think we should have variety, and Summoner Drift should be long, because then we have Swift Play. If you want a quick game, just go into Swift Play.
Similar to
It seems like
Novo,
they're
we
making
think
the game
support is
quicker, though.
already plenty powerful and has a very functional role quest, so we didn't want to directly increase their power.
Fuck support.
With that in mind, we wanted to give them quality of life oriented
Yeah, imagine
upgrades,
seeing
so
a
we're giving
Leona.
them a new slot exclusively for control wards.
Oh, wow.
Discounts on control wards, and a little bit more gold over time so they can keep pace a little better with the other roles.
Okay.
Overall, we want these quests to represent meaningful power spikes in a way that leans into the unique
So
strengths of
we didn't get a dedicated pink ward slot, but supports did. I think that's fine.
each role. This
Relatively.
also allows us to delete the lane swap detective mechanic that we added last year to combat pro lane swapping.
Huh.
We're keeping a close eye on how quests land, so please let us know your thoughts next year.
Jesus, that's
Role
very
quests
far
are
away
all
from
we
when
have
they
planned to make
recorded
your
this.
champions feel more satisfying. We're going to bring back a few items to the Rift for each class.
Ooh,
so you get some
Hadi
shiny new
Akali.
toys, including bringing back a few familiar favorites like Hextech Gunblade.
For
Blade?
example, we're adding the new Scepter of Bonking for AP fighters, which
Wait,
will
that's
empower
actually
your
what it's
Spellblade Bonk
called?
to double your on-hit effects.
That's not the final name, is it?
I
hope
would
not.
like it, but no, we're probably gonna give it something in canon.
I do love bonking.
Yo, ask Necrit.
Anyway, given none of these names are final, if you're an AD fighter without a good way to get Omnivamp, you can grab Blood Sphere, which will give you some Omnivamp and also ability haste scaling with your AD.
Or if
Oh,
you play an AD character
okay.
who's really good at auto spacing, you can pick up Snowbow
Cosmo?
for extra range on takedown, plus
What?
damage amp based on how far away you are from your opponents.
Like
We took a
TFT
hard
sniper.
look at which
What the hell?
subclasses didn't feel like they were getting enough support from the current item system and worked to fill those spaces. So we're
Really?
hoping many champions have at least one of the 9 new items that they can get excited about.
Speaking
Jin,
of which, we're also adding crit
please.
damage back to 200%.
Oh my fucking god, no way. So you're telling me ADs get a free 6 legendary, so we can pretty much hit 100% crit and have GA or BT and boots, and you're upping crit damage again? So that means, is that with or without IE? If that's without IE, that's crazy.
Alright, we know that was a lot to cover.
Okay, wait, AD might actually be good. Holy shit.
We're
Or
excited
it's definitely better, but like, holy fuck.
to hear what you think
I might have to roll for that Jinx skin after all. Fuck, man.
of all these changes as the new season kicks off.
And in case you're looking for even more details or insights on these changes, make sure to check out the dev blog that's live right now.
That's it from us on the Summoners Rift team, and so we'll throw it back to
This video is already going to go long enough. I don't know if I want to look at that dev blog too. We might glance at it though, but we'll see.
Fabro and Medler, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Ooh, right. Ooh.
Okay, let's talk about ranked. This year we've been
Ranked.
making improvements to shorten queue times and make your matches more fair through improvements to inting and griefing detection.
Okay.
And more recently, we ran a test in
Bro, I literally see the fucking Talia skin right to the, like, right of him.
late September that
Is that Sona? I thought that was Miku.
reduced queue times by 40% at all ranks, in ranked, in EU West and Oceania.
Oh?
We want to double down on that work and make 2026 the best time yet to climb.
This is so sad because I really lost a lot of my rank drive. Like, I really don't care anymore. I used to care so much when I was, like, younger. When it was harder, by the way.
So next year, we'll be also tackling 2 common frustrations, mismatched teams and long queues. Something we want to address is visual rank disparity in lobbies as well.
Oh.
When players start their climbs late after a reset, you may see a bronze player in an otherwise gold game, which can
You would
feel
think he's smurfing.
particularly unfair. When in reality, that player was gold last season, but they haven't gotten back to that rank yet because they've had less time to play.
So they have a
adding
life,
climb
essentially.
indicator to loading screens when a player's MMR is higher than their visible rank.
I feel like this is going to be a way to flame people. This is where they have to be really careful with this shit, because just by simply adding the emote for like the bait, or remember the ping? They added the bait ping that looked like a fishing hook, and people abused the shit out of that to say, like, you know, KMS to people. Or KYS, sorry, not KMS. They said KYS to people with that, like, bait ping. Riot had to remove that shit or, like, rework it, and it was so funny. But, this is where people, because back in the day, and again, only real, like, old people will remember this. Back in the day, poor old me, the lobby used to be structured in such a way where it was by skill. So the guy who was first picked was always the technical best in the lobby MMR-wise. So it led to a lot of toxicity of like, oh, you can't argue with them, they know they're better than you. It led to a lot of elitism, and honestly, maybe it was sort of correct in some instances, but it was extremely toxic. I feel like this could be another venue of toxicity, but Riot has really cracked down on that, so maybe it's okay.
This will let other players know that you're climbing quickly,
So that you're
and your
good.
displayed rank hasn't caught up yet.
We're also making changes to how
See, this is too, it almost feels too snowflakey. Like, we don't need to tell the players everything. The players can assume, oh, maybe this guy's smurfing, or maybe he's catching up in rank, or maybe he's just having a good game. Who knows, right? This is why I don't think you need to explain everything for the people.
And solo duo MMR are calculated. A common pain point is someone who is silver in flex and say diamond in solo duo just stomping a bunch of games, when in reality they're truly diamond in both ladders. So this season, if your solo duo MMR is much higher than your flex MMR, the system should bring your flex rank a lot closer to your solo duo one.
Ooh, that might be dangerous. I mean, it makes sense, it sounds fair, but that might be dangerous.
And that should mean flex matchups will feel a fair bit more balanced moving forwards.
Because in solo duo, there's people who try. And then in flex, they just fuck around with their friends because their friends are either lower rank or they just do it to fuck around, right? Sadly, flex is not as competitive as regular solo duo. So because of that, it might lead to less fun overall. But then again, you shouldn't be going into flex for fun. Because some people do use it to just fuck around.
Next, we're making changes to autofill. The reality of League is that certain roles are substantially more popular than others.
Absolutely. No one wants to play support, which is why they play mage.
Can feel like an auto loss. This means that quite often people either dodge to avoid it or hold your lobby hostage in order to get you to dodge.
Which honestly makes sense.
Like queue times, this is an awful experience.
So we have a number of changes to make autofill fairer, and to reward you for sticking with the role you're assigned when you do get autofilled. First, if someone on your team is autofilled, the system will try to match autofilled players.
Oh, look at that in the corner. That's the fucking Zyra skin. The zombie Zyra, or plant Zyra, whatever.
Role.
Or is that haunted Zyra? I forgot what skin that is.
So an autofilled jungler versus another autofilled jungler.
This is great.
If it can't match by roles,
See, this is the hard part. They said they want to improve queue times, but this is going to massively slow down queue times. Also, look at the little Nendroids. That's Star Guardian Soraka in the bottom right there.
And of course fall back and try to ensure the same number of autofilled players on each team. We do know though that even with that balance, autofill games can still feel discouraging when you play your best in a role that
Hey,
you
look, it's the
didn't choose.
Firecracker Jinx
That's
skin.
why we're adding a new system called Aegis of Valor.
Aegis? I thought it was Aegis. Aegis?
Filled and earn a mastery score of C or greater, the Aegis will trigger. You
Oh?
won't lose any LP on a loss, or you'll earn double LP for a win.
Wait. What? When me and my duo buddy were grinding ranked like crazy and we would get autofills, we would say, oh, or if we would just get trolls, we would joke and say like, man, Riot should really make it so you don't lose LP for this bullshit. Now, obviously this is not that, but it's relatively close to the point where like, if you're autofilled and you do bad, you won't lose LP. So what if you just decide to throw the game to save, maybe it's only for you. Oh, no, you can't throw the game because it's dependent on you. So if you do good, even if you're autofilled, you won't lose LP? That's honestly insane.
So for those of you who main less popular roles and therefore seldom get autofilled, first of all, thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive the Aegis benefit at about the same rate as other players because we want to reward the role heroes who keep the
So basically support and jungle is gonna get this like crazy. Also, what is that on the left? Is that Fizz?
healthy and moving. Finally,
That's Project Jin. Oh, is that Vayne? That's either Fizz or Vayne. I don't know. I think on the right is Project Z. It's Zed, Jin, and I don't know who's in the middle there. It might be Vayne.
we know how frustrating
looks
it is
crazy.
to constantly return to the queue
Maybe that's
because
E.
you get enchained dodges lobby after lobby.
That happened to me 5 times straight one time. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
So we've made a few updates.
First, after a positive response to our pilot test, we're removing the ability to ban a hovered allied champion,
This has come up before. I think it's generally a good idea.
taking away an opportunity for a teammate to tilt off
It could be used for trolling, but granted, anything can be used for trolling.
the planet before the match even starts.
You have to balance it with how much good it's going to do.
And then second, dodging a lobby will no longer allow players to escape autofill. It'll just
Good.
get carried over to the next lobby.
Good.
We think that the Aegis of
Good.
Valor should provide a
Good.
solid reward for sticking around and trying.
Yes.
So, I mean, come on, it's double LP for a win, after all.
Huh.
And at Master and above, dodging an autofill will count as a full loss.
Good.
We know that this
No
is
more
a pretty big
dodging.
change from how we've dealt with dodging in the past, and we believe that this will lead to
Oh my
higher
God, there's a
quality
Moo-Moo.
and faster games. Speaking of speeding things up, we're also
They sound
speeding up
so
gameplay
excited.
by cutting down on timers and animations,
Wait,
which will
really?
save about half a minute.
What?
Yeah, no, I did it.
And if that wasn't enough, we've got one last ranked change. We're adding back
Damn, they're really going all in for this season. I'm not gonna lie.
duo queue to higher ranks.
Okay, for most people this doesn't matter.
Regions. For so many people, League is better with friends.
Relatively.
And in the past, we disabled duoing at Apex tier ranks because
the whole reason why I got good at League, believe it or not, is purely because I got bullied for being bad at League. Because I knew I was good mentally, I just didn't have the mechanics to prove it. And then I eventually just practiced and got the mechanics. I went from fucking bronze all the way up to fucking what is it? Emerald.
It's so often led to rank manipulation.
Granted, it was over years, but still.
But because of the improvements we mentioned earlier, as well as the ongoing work on boosting and ranked manipulation detection, we're confident that we can bring back high MMR duoing without it being so abused.
Nice.
So, call up your friends. It's duo time.
Oh yeah.
Switching gears.
I don't really have many friends who play this game anymore.
Swift play is pretty popular, and we think there's a lot of
Swift play. Oh yeah.
And we want
the
Swift
main thing I like about Swift play is that you can just choose a popular champion that just comes out, and yeah, the queue time might be long as fuck, but you have a decent chance to play them and not getting them either banned or picked away from you.
To be that place where you can get in a quick game, where you and or some friends can practice new champions, or where new players can come and learn and get their footing on the Rift.
That means Swift play should still be somewhat competitive
Oh.
while providing quicker queues, faster games, and serving both new and existing players. So, we're rolling out some changes that should address the overall pacing, touching objectives, laning, and the jungle.
See, this is where I really wish they would specify what exactly changed in Swift play, because they don't.
To start with, we're bringing over a lot of the changes to Summoner's Rift generally that were talked about earlier in this video, except for role quests.
Wait, what?
Now, for Swift play specific changes though, the first thing we're tackling is game pacing. Swift play games are actually a bit long.
Really?
The general consensus is there isn't
I
quite
feel
enough
like 20
action.
minutes for a Swift
So
play is
things
long.
like long death timers,
Let me see.
and the general consensus is there isn't quite enough action.
Really
So
now?
things like long death timers, focusing on CSing and lane, and objective overload all take away from the promise of Swift play. So
Well, objective overload they're taking care of just in general, because they're axing Otacon and they're axing fucking what else? I forgot what else. Fuck. But oh yeah, Feats of War. So that's already one step they're doing that's gonna hit both.
we want to get you to the action faster and more often.
Now, while some of the Season 1 changes will help address this, you'll also start Swift play at level 3 with some extra gold.
Really?
We're also
Wow.
lowering death timers across the entire game so you can get back
Damn.
into the action quicker. And in order to keep the game from stalling out, we look for ways for you to capitalize on the shorter death windows.
Okay.
So we're increasing...
This is where it's ironic because they already in the past tested something in Swift play where they made the game, I think, auto lose at 20 minutes or something. Like the game would just like burn the towers, burn the inhibs, burn the nexus eventually. But I don't think people like that. So I think they still have it. It's just it'll burn it to 1 health. So someone still has to hit it. But
the minion spawn frequency, putting cannon minions in every wave after the third, and introducing a
Damn.
new mechanic that we're calling Minion Frenzy.
boy, they're
Kill
so
an enemy
excited.
champion near your minions. They'll be inspired by your actions. They'll
Oh,
get
they
an
like it.
embrace,
Yo, you saw him? He's like,
and
ooh.
deal more damage. We're also going to be
That's
making
pretty
some
cool.
adjustments to tower durability and making sudden death start a little bit earlier.
Ooh, I don't know about
Us?
that.
Swift.
I mean, I guess that's in
Outside
the
of
name.
pacing, we also want to decrease objective overload.
Which they
While the
keep
removal of
saying,
outcome
okay,
helps,
we
We're
know.
also going to be removing the grubs.
No! No! Oh, wait, no, this is just for Swift play, I think. Never mind. This is
Rift
fine.
Herald.
I don't care.
Baron and Elder Dragon will also be spawning earlier,
That's
with
fine.
Elder spawning at 15 minutes regardless
Damn.
of whether the Dragon Soul has been claimed. The game-ending power of these buffs being accessible much sooner
Okay, this might be too swift.
should help in closing games a bit faster than what we're currently
It
seeing.
honestly might be too
And with
swift.
Elder Dragon moving up, the Elemental Rift will transform after 1 dragon, and you'll get the
Oh.
Soul after 2.
Oh.
Finally, rounding out
Yeah,
the
it really
sequence
is swift.
Player, jungle.
Ew.
Now, currently, if you're not a seasoned jungle main, it can actually be pretty overwhelming in Swift play.
Yeah.
These broader pacing
Too
changes
quick.
around neutral objectives should make it feel much more comfortable, and like you're not
Okay.
being swarmed with
I
objectives.
think there's a guy literally working
Now
in
we
the
know this is a
background.
ton
Or
of
maybe
information and
playing.
changes, but the goal here is for Swift play to feel swifter
Oh,
without
it
it
definitely
being
will
so
be.
dense that it's overwhelming. We
Wow.
have a dev blog coming out today that will cover all
Fuck
of
the
these
dev
changes. There's
blogs.
a lot
Nah, we're
more
gonna take a
detail
look at
behind
them.
the specifics, so if you want to learn more, go for it.
Look at fucking Echo.
Hi everyone.
Ooh,
I'm
hi.
Ashley Dor, product lead, back again to chat about WASD. This time with the
Oh
Tecnics.
yeah, I completely forgot about this shit.
For WASD. I'm right, call me KT.
Now that Worlds is over and we're getting closer to the end of the year, we want
Dude, Oh my god, please. With the already coming changes to ADC, if they introduce WAST with ADC the way it was, dude, oh my god. And they said they were preemptively going to nerf ADCs too for this, I think.
Check back in on the
Let's see if they're
wild
still going
world
to
of
do it.
WASD. We've been on the PvE
I hate
for
that they
a few
call it
months
WASD,
now,
it's
and in that
WAST.
time, we've caught and squashed over 100 bugs. All thanks to the feedback.
You know, and everyone said this, obviously I'm not the first one to say this, but you know by doing this, they either A, want to have League on like console, and obviously it's already on mobile with Wild Rift, but they really want to have League, I think, on consoles with this. If they do WAST, then it's only a step away from consoles.
Receive from all of you creative, maybe a little.
And think about this, aside from Wild Rift, League still has a really big player base. So if they introduce the console market to that too, and they make console be able to play with a PC, I don't know if they'll make it like separate player bases, but if they combine that player base, and League is already massive, it's fucking gonna get craziness.
Unhinged PvE players
Huh?
who've been helping us find, identify, and crush all of these pesky bugs.
Cool.
An extra special thanks to the players who are able to re-trigger the notorious new bug.
Oh my
Even beyond
god.
bugs, PvE players have been giving us great recommendations and requests.
Cool.
One Redditor recommended that we add an option to do a single button input to move at a 45-degree angle up and down the lane.
What?
It sounded pretty wild at first, but we found through our internal testing that it actually saved a lot of finger pain. So it will be
Really?
available as an accessibility option for WASD players going forward.
What? They're
Since our
actually
debut on PvP,
listening.
we've been continuously updating all the different facets of WASD. We've made
I'm gonna tell you this as a player who's used QWERTY, or I guess QWERTY, QWER, the entire duration of League thus far. Looking at the WASD controls, it looks fucking psycho. Like when I look at it, I'm like, I don't understand how I'm supposed to get used to this. But obviously I'm an old head, but I have to get used to WASD because of ADC.
improvements to navigating around minions, wall sliding, the new dynamic lock camera, and more.
Wall
One of
sliding?
these features is a new auto attack system for WASD.
Oh.
With practice and dedication, you'll be able to weave attacks and movement, matching the experience in point and click to reach your optimum DPS. Our goal
Oh.
is to keep WASD as an alternative control scheme at all levels of
Not better for ADCs. That's what they don't want, sadly. But ADCs are getting a big buff, I will admit.
play, not just for brand new players. We'll be
Oh.
keeping an eye on feedback as well as our internal data to ensure it remains an equitable experience.
Okay.
We've also been updating our dynamic locked camera.
This is where I'm sure it's going to be great for many people. I'm so used to like playing semi-locked. I know people play like fully unlocked. I think they're crazy. I know people play locked. I think they're stupid. I play semi-locked. I unlock it when I need to, but I always lock it back. And that's honestly, ironically enough, why I don't play Dota. I don't play Dota because I can't fully unlock and lock the camera quickly.
We've added the highly requested ability to tune the camera speed to your liking.
Oh?
Along with these settings, we heard your feedback on wanting a way to scout ahead, to check for ganks, look at other lanes, and much more. So we've introduced a new feature appropriately named the Scout Ahead mode. When you're in dynamic locked
Emo.
camera, you can hold your middle mouse button to freely move your camera, and you'll snap back on release.
I was gonna say this almost sounds like semi-locked, which is what I do with Y. Like I press Y, unlock the camera, and then I just press Y again to relock it. But it just sounds like a toggle. Or not a toggle, it sounds like, what's the opposite of a toggle? Fuck. Basically, it's not a toggle anymore. It's just like you press it, and then when you let it go, it goes back. So it doesn't have to be middle mouse. It could be any key, probably. I hope they let you rebind it, but it's basically taking one step away from what people can already do.
These features, along with all the bug fixes,
That's actually pretty cool, though. I'm not gonna lie.
will be available when WASD goes
'Cause
live
it's less than
tomorrow
one
in
button
all
click.
queues except ranked and normal
Or it's
draft
just one
games.
button click.
We're choosing to keep WASD
Wait, what did they just say? Wait, what?
back on release. These features, along with all the bug fixes, will be available when WASD goes live tomorrow in
What? It's going live? Oh my god, okay. What was that video? Wait, so this is gonna be out later today? Because again, it's like almost 3 a.m. for me right now.
all queues
And this came out yesterday.
except ranked and normal draft games. We're choosing to keep
Really?
WASD out of draft modes for now, as we want to make sure you can have a smooth process for your ranked climb.
Bro, this is gonna feel so
Really?
weird.
Tomorrow?
Well, WASD will be live in all unranked queues except normal draft in patch 2524, which for many
Wow.
of you should be tomorrow.
We saw your requests and
I feel like that's gonna be Wednesday. I don't feel like that's gonna be today.
questions about
So tomorrow, technically from where I'm at, yes, but this came out yesterday.
other features we've promised, like champion-specific keybinds and enabling many of these new features for point-and-click players. We're still working on them and much more to come.
We're at
They
the
have a lot
point
of
where
work
we
to
want
do.
to focus on getting large amounts of player data in order to drive our development further. So we're opening up the feedback channels to our much more global audience.
Okay.
Now, we still don't have the exact timeline on when WASD will come to ranked.
Should
we
it
want
come
to
to
ship it when
ranked?
it's ready, which means fair, balanced, bug-free, and smooth to play.
Please keep up the feedback and bug reports. There may still be a few stragglers out there. Only through our powers combined can we find all of them.
Yay,
That's
Star
it for us.
Guardian.
Be sure to check back out on WASD when it's live and send
I love her Poro sweater. Wait, they both have Poro like clothing. That's so cute.
your bugs, feedback, and best misplays.
Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you WASDing on the Rift.
I hate that they call it that.
Not great. Bit much hopium when I filled them out.
I know how it feels, but the hopium's feeling good for me. I think I'm actually feeling great.
Really?
Totally.
Uh-huh. Who's wearing the second?
We don't know.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Bro, he's just smiling with that shit.
Not gonna be me.
That's funny.
We'll see. Okay.
That's fucking
We
hilarious.
know that this was a long one with a lot of info in it.
Yeah,
And we'll see you
Jesus.
again in January as mentioned to
How long was this fucking recording right now? Oh my god, it's 46 minutes. Honestly, not as bad as I thought. I thought this was gonna go for
talk
like
a
an
bit more
hour,
about season
which it still might.
1 and a little bit about the rest of 2026.
Okay.
Don't forget that ranked will stay open until the new season. So go finish your climbs, have a happy.
I'm
and
good
safe
with my
holiday
climb. I'm
season,
plat.
And we'll see you on the winter rift.
I don't even care what rank
so
I'm
much.
anymore. As long as I'm
Bye.
gold. Even then, I don't really care for the rank skin. I've lost like my passion. Whoa, Demacia! And then they show Zaheen. Okay. Oh my god, then we have this stupid shit again. Okay. Interesting. Oh, so they actually have icons for all the new items too. Dude, I can't believe that shit. Ooh. Excuse me. Alright, let's see some of the dev blogs here. Too long didn't... Why is it W? Shouldn't it be R? Either way, let's see this shit. So they're not going to show us everything. Strategies, splitting, and sieging are viable. So they say that, but then they're like doing things to like really restrict you earlier on in the game. Mainly for pro though, but still. So games are starting faster, autocons out. Okay, blah blah blah. Vision. So they basically extend the ward's range. Okay. Interesting. Pushing, okay. Where is it? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. So the crystal bullshit. So that only probably happens if you don't touch the tower for a while, though. Very interesting. I'm going to be honest. I'm curious because there's a lot of changes. Scepter of Bonking. Emblem of All Inning. Ultimate ability haste, a burst of attacks being guaranteed crits for 3 attacks after ulting. Ew, this sounds ass. If you already crit on these odds, instead you get some bonus true damage. Oh. Who would this be good on? Kog'Maw? Kog'Maw I feel like could do this, unless it's like a long ass cooldown. Kog'Maw, Corki. I don't know. Maybe Twitch as well, I guess, but Blood Sphere, blah, blah, blah. Assassin item. Makes your next attack against an epic monster tower deal a large amount of damage. Oh. Okay. Mana Nomicon? Oh, it's an active. An empowered state for a short duration. More mana, but your spells are more powerful. Oh, so this is kind of like from Mayhem. This is one of the augments. Wow. Damn. Snowbow. Attack damage based on how far away you are from your target. And on takedowns, you get a large amount of extra range for a while. Wow. That's pretty cool. And again, you have more items now, so this is great. They're giving us more options. That's really good. Buff engine. Your tanky melee supports attention now for a while if you slow. Oh. Oh. Mantle of the 12th Hour. Large heal over time when you get low. Really? You also gain some movement speed and tenacity. So you can like go out and then I guess go back in? Dude, Mundos and Sign are gonna fucking go crazy with this. Savior's Mana Bell plus Super Bell. Oh, it's from Tier. Oh. Wait, this is so cool. What the fuck? You know what's so funny? Support is the easiest role to climb with. It's been proven so many times. This seems like such a great item because you just forget about it. It just does its thing. Gunblade's coming back, whoopee. And then Storm Razor. Huh. I forgot they removed this shit. This time was so ass. And it's basically the same thing. Ew. Maybe now it'll be good though, but who knows. Gold quests. Okay, I'm not going to read all of this, but... Wow. Ooh. Okay. Get this 2x KO shit out of here. Swift play, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Welcome to the jungle. Okay, cool. Nice TED Talk. Ooh, Fiora. Oh my god, she's hot. Thank god I can goon again, man. Autofill parody, we know. Aegis of Valor. That is crazy, by the way. Excuse me. No more dodging. Faster time into game. Whoop-de-doo. Rank skill distribution. Climbing indicator. Oh, they have a little star on it. Oh, okay, cool. I like that. So it's not a big thing. Okay. It could probably still use to BM, but that's fine. And then what else? This is just the TLDR. Dude, that Choskin. Man, they need to just give Chon AS fucking you, man. Fuck. So they gave me a prestige skin for Morgana as if she doesn't have enough already. She has like a crystal skin, though. It's not Demacian. Because she's already Demacian, ironically enough. So it's old school. It's historical Demacia. Otacon, blah, blah, blah. This shit's out. So yeah, this is just literally the TLDR version. Okay. Damn, there's so many changes. I mean, honestly, this is what the new season's for, though. Like, every year we should get a big-ass update. I keep forgetting that this is the big-ass update. Like, I feel like it's more of a return to simplicity, almost. And that's what I'm gonna title this, maybe. Or maybe I'll title the patch notes that when I get to it, but... yeah, pretty interesting. I mean, I'm excited to see it. It sounds like ADCs are getting buffed, and they know ADCs are weak, thank God. And we might be getting WASD. Oh my god, look at Cho in the corner there. That's so funny. Still no ASU, though. So they did tease the Shyvana update, too. But not if it's an ASU or a VG or what. And I haven't been looking at leaks, so I don't really know. But either way, this is exciting. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I always feel like I say this because, you know, they really can't say something bad that I'm not looking forward to, I would say. But yeah, overall, this is cool. I'm very happy about this. We're still under an hour, thank God. It's about to be 3 a.m. We'll leave it here. I'm excited, though. Hopefully, I'll try them out. Hopefully, ADC is good, but I'm still probably in pseudo-retirement, so it probably doesn't even matter. Anyway, tell me what y'all think. If you want to see more of me, watch my Twitch TV /Tecnics channel.